Good morning on this beautiful rainy day. So I'm going to talk about pain and how to use it. Pain is hard. Pain is very hard. However, if we lean into the pain, it could help us shape our future. For example, if you are making yourself small, or if you're acting in a way that's people pleasing and that comes back to bite you, which usually it will, in some way, because there's a child part of us when we're growing up that wants to be safe. So when we're with difficult personalities or stronger personalities, there is a tendency to kind of like poo-poo yourself, like kind of not be who you normally like, try to be happier, try to soothe the other person in a way that kind of diminishes yourself. So that never actually ends up working. It is a survival mechanism that your younger self developed to survive, and it's brilliant, and we love it. We love all the parts. And as an adult, it's not helpful, because what ends up happening is usually at some point the situation will come back to bite you. Whether the person comes back to bite you, a situation comes back to bite you that involves the human. And so whatever it is, I'm going to offer you when that situation blows up in some way, because a codependent or people-pleasing relationship doesn't really stay long. Why? First of all, God wants to use you. God can't use you if you are, quote unquote, making somebody else God, meaning afraid of another human or people pleasing another human. That's not coming from your authentic self. It's coming from a survival mechanism. So when the situation does blow up in some way, it is to your advantage if this is the time to be able to sit and meditate on it, and to see and to ask God, what do I need to see? Please show me the truth. And a lot of times what's going to happen is you're going to be like, you start being shown at the past and how you showed up. And what you want to see is that you want to see, not in a way of blame or judgment on yourself, but in a way of just looking and seeing how did I show up? And I'm like, then you could start seeing how you showed up and how you were showing up in fear, and how you were showing up in a people-pleasing way. That is actually the harm. That's actually the part that put you in the situation to have the pain. So that's brilliance, because now we have the lesson. Now we have, and I'm actually never going to be doing that ever again. I will not be doing like that. It doesn't mean that we're not going to have opportunities to, it's not like people pleasing just like gets erased from our beingness, because it is a pattern. It is a pattern that over and over gets tested, and needs to refine itself. But what happens is that it usually ends up with pain. And so the more that you can see that, and the more that you can protect the part of you for the future and make boundaries, like to understand for yourself where the boundary is, what you will participate in and what you won't participate in anymore, it is usually the pain that is the cornerstone for that experience. So my invitation is, if you are in pain due to one of those types of situations or any, lean into it, ask God for the truth and to show you, and then you're the one who gets to decide how you want to act in the future. Lots of love. If you would like any support in this area, just let me know. This is what I help my clients with.